Good evening and welcome to the Teen Talk Show. Today we have with us a very young, charming guy, Dhruva Devraj from Coimbatore Chandrakanti Public School. Welcome, Dhruva.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So, how are you been doing, Dhruva?
I've been going great. Nothing bad's happened. Everything's going fine.
Yes, how has pandemic treated you, Dhruv?
Uh, the only way I feel that the pandemic has affected me is like I couldn't interact better with my teachers. Like I don't get that feel of a classroom through these online classes. So
Okay,
otherwise, pandemic's been good. Everything's been great except for the country. Lots of cases popping up here and there. For me, it's been great.
okay, very good. And can you introduce yourself to the viewers, Dhruv?
Of course. Basically, my name is Dhruva Devaraj, and I study in 11th grade now. And my interests are in like the topics of finance, business, law, etc. So, and I have a huge interest in financial literacy also. And so, the thing that I want to become is like my dream is to become a lawyer. So, yeah, that's how it kind of is.
Okay, you want to be a lawyer?
Yeah.
That's good. And the finance, how did you think of this finance? Most of the people they keep themselves away from finance. How did you create that interest into financing?
Basically, like my hobbies, ma'am. Like what I do now is not the traditional run-of-the-mill hobbies, ma'am. Like
Hmm.
what I do, like even my parents don't know this. So basically, I hop onto the internet. I go into various like businesses like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, all those banks, ma'am. And like all those pages have a separate title, separate parts for their people, ma'am.
Okay.
So I go to their people's page so I can see all their employees and what they have done. So
Hmm.
their bios also included in that. So I
Okay.
basically read all of their people's bios, their education
Oh, that's
story, what
interesting.
they have done, how they've reached that point in the career where they, and I can literally see that person in the bio that they have provided. So that's basically what I kind of do. And then of course my dad also has played a huge influence in business part of it.
Okay. What is dad doing?
Dad used to be a businessman in textiles.
Okay, okay. So how did you develop this interest, like, and especially law? How did you develop this interest in law?
Law was something that came naturally to me. I was naturally attracted to law. Like I had not felt that connect with that any other subject. Like
Okay.
with law and finance, I felt that connect immediately. Like subjects like science, they don't interest me at all nowadays.
Hmm. Okay. So, all I think so. You got into all at a very early age. You got into all serious kinds of hobbies, huh?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Any one hobby, a light kind of hobby that you have, like entertainment, like music, or any something like that. Any
I'm
one
a
light
huge
hobby?
music fan. I listen. I love to listen to music every day. I can't like I literally can't. A day can't go by without me listening to music. That's how addicted to music I am.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What kind of music you love?
I like Latin pop.
Okay. Okay. Good. You are the only son, Drew.
No, I have a sister, younger sister.
Younger sister. Okay, okay, fine. Dhruv, now we'll just move as we know a little bit of Dhruv. We wish to know you more in detail, and for that, we'll ask you some critical questions and some rapid fire questions so that we understand you much better.
Great.
Okay, Dhruv?
Yes,
Yes,
great.
are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
And for these critical questions, you can take your time. We are not in a hurry.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. My first, now you see that, teenagers, you watch a lot of movies and television, and this movies, television, serials, ads, this creates a lot of impact on the minds of teenagers. Yes,
Yes.
right. So, what is your opinion about this? Why do you take these roles, these characters in the movie seriously?
Like to me, I am not so very interested in movies for me, ma'am.
Hmm.
Like, and then these the things that you said, the advertisements. I don't believe in those advertisements every day because behind those advertisements, there's a company trying to make money and they're
Yeah.
marketing it to the particular type of consumer group and target focus groups, ma'am. So
Yes, absolutely. That
I don't
I think
believe in
Dhruv,
it.
at this age in class 11, to understand this depth of what how corporate companies are focusing on economy and all those things, to understand this concept, I should say that Dhruv is a genius.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, carry
I
on,
wouldn't
carry on,
call
Dhruv.
myself that, but yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Carry on, Dhruv. So, what do you think about it?
And then so advertisements have not really played a big of a role in my life. I don't look at advertisements. I just look at the product's facts, ma'am. Because like they manipulate you to think that they want you to buy it. So I
Yeah.
don't even give advertisements a single look, ma'am. So I basically go through the product and I check what's in it. So and then I basically that's how I decide if I want that product, ma'am. And so
Okay.
and especially marketing tactics, especially multinational corporations, they can be very very tricky and manipulative, ma'am. So and then movies, as you said, I'm not very interested in movies, but I go for the occasional movie here and there, ma'am.
Yeah.
They do not play like a massive role in my life, but yeah, but instead of movies, I am really into TV shows, but
Yeah. Who is the? Is there any hero that you admire a lot? And do you try to imitate them in some way?
like no, I don't I like heroes, ma'am, but I don't want to be them.
Yes. Yes.
Like
Right.
I want to be my own self, different from what they did. So.
Yes. And have you noticed teenagers like trying to follow them, trying to dress up
Yes,
like them?
absolutely. There are
Yeah.
lots of people who do that, ma'am. Lots of people.
Okay.
I've gone to some international model events, ma'am, and then teachers, students from the entire country, ma'am. And there are absolutely students who behave like that, ma'am.
Okay.
100%.
They are dressing, their t-shirt, their style,
Yes,
even the
yes, yes,
girls
that's
going
it.
for their dressing and
Absolutely.
all those things. Okay, okay. So like I'm so happy and proud that Dhruv is little things differently. This is what we want teenagers to understand, that TV, and of course there are certain things, advantages are there. At the same time, there are a lot of disadvantages, and they sometimes they tend to mislead us.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
What is your opinion about this TV news channels and all those things? Now you see everywhere news. What is your take on it? What do you think? What they are saying? How true it is?
The TV channels can either be highly biased to certain parties, ma'am, or
Yeah.
they can be the most the honest TV channels that they are, ma'am. That is
Yes.
my opinion. There is no middle ground, especially in the TV channel lands, ma'am. And plus, even they are a business trying to make money. So their goal is to get most of the attention to the TV.
Absolutely.
So they try to over dramatize the event so that more people will be attached to that TV screen, so to get a higher TRP rating, so that the ad revenue can go up.
Yeah.
That is how I view TV channels as.
Yes. And Dhruv, we are able to analyze all these things. Do you sit and are you able to analyze what's happening? Suppose a news channel, too much of news is happen, like every channel is playing the same news. Are you able to analyze it? What are the real facts? What are the unreal facts? Are you able to analyze?
That is the biggest difficulty now, especially now, ma'am, in the digital age, ma'am, when there are lots of fake news spreading here and there, and then Google is a catalyst to that reaction, ma'am.
Yes.
So to find the actual information and the truth, it's become very, very difficult now.
Yeah.
So I try to go on different web pages and see, and to my knowledge, the only thing that I've actually got like a real connect to, which I feel happened, is Reuters, ma'am. That's their great news channel. That's where I really get all my information from.
Okay. Great, Dhruv. Great. All your answers are very sensible. A sensible guy, Dhruv.
Thank you.
So proud that I'm conversing with you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Dhruv, nowadays you see, like recently we heard news about this WhatsApp chats amongst the teenagers. Okay.
Yes,
So there was like two big news that came. One was in Mumbai and one was in Delhi. Like this young boys,
is
teenage
this
boys.
the boys' locker room controversy, ma'am?
Yes, yes, yes. Locked room controversy. Plus one more incident where, like the boys were having chats, like you say porn chats and discussing about girls. And suppose you are a part. This is imagination. You are. I'm just asking you to imagine.
Yes, yes, I get it. I get it.
You are a part of this WhatsApp chat group. Okay, where the boys, the big town boys are all there, and they are passing on these messages and all these phones and videos and girl chats are happening. So what kind of role will you play there? Will you be a silent Dhruv sitting there and just listening and watching? Second,
Definitely not,
i'll
ma'am.
give
I,
i'll give
I
you
absolutely
options.
get that. I
I'll give you
absolutely get that,
Yeah.
ma'am.
I'll give you
Whenever my
options.
friends do it also, I like absolutely get so angry with them. So
Huh.
that's what happens, ma'am. I'm not. I hate when people do that, and I'm completely against it, ma'am.
Yeah, I will just give you options like kon banega karodpati. I'll give you
Oh,
three,
okay,
four
yes.
options. Okay, one is that you are silent. And second option is that you are active participant, you are along with them. Third option is that you silently move out of the group, just silently. That also is, I'm saying it, you silently leave the group. The fourth option is either you be there, or you participate actively, or you fight for it. You say no, this is
I
not
have
the
to go
way
for
to
the
do
third
it.
option, ma'am. I will silently exist because I cannot stand any of that this thing or the things that they put up, ma'am. So I'll definitely leave the group silently.
But will you not voice out your opinion on that?
I will, ma'am, but it's highly unlikely that they're going to listen to me. So I better like get out before itself, ma'am. Like it's my sense that's coming in here. So I like literally get out of there so that I don't want to get mingled with all this stuff. So I
Yes.
silently exist because it comes against my moral values and code of conduct, ma'am.
Yes, absolutely. But Dhruv, I don't you think that we as friends, they are your friends, of absolute, they are your friends, and they are all teenagers, they are in your group. Is it okay for us to be silent? Now, there's so many issues happening around us. And education tells us that what is the meaning of education? Why are we getting educated? So that we are able to voice out our opinion. Like every time we are silent, the good people are silent, that's why the other people overtake us. Dhruv, don't you think that we should voice out, we should learn to voice out our opinion?
Absolutely, ma'am. But then the problem here is they're
Yeah.
highly unlikely to listen to you, ma'am,
Okay.
because
Yes.
they are
Okay.
too into that topic, ma'am. And then like after like they reach a certain stage, it's like there's no going back, ma'am,
Go
from that
back.
stage.
Okay. 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 It's always silent and just get out of it.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
have
then
you come?
like I would try my best, like people who are in the middle ground, like people in the middle ground between them, whether to fight or stay in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I leave, my this thing will be to go to them to get them out.
Hmm.
So to minimize the damage caused, ma'am.
Yes, yes. So you try your level, Dhruv. Wherever you are, you still have a long way to go in life,
Yes,
Dhruv, and you're very sensible, and your moral values also are very high. So I think so. Wherever you are, learn to voice out your opinion, and at least to three, four, or five people around you, try to put in some sense.
yes, ma'am. I'll
We,
try that. I'll try my best. I'll
yeah,
try
we
to-
cannot make a big difference in society. Now, we can't make a huge
Yes, you can't
difference,
make a
but,
huge difference.
but,
Like as I say, single drops of innocence. So like if one person steps up, other people step up too.
yes,
So yeah,
yes. Yeah, that's true. And the respect for it's very important that we respect the girls around us in
yes,
the
ma'am,
groups and
absolutely.
all that. That's very important. And keep discussing these points whenever possible. And eve teasing also is a big issue. So when eve teasing is going on, I'm sure, have you ever joined in the team of eve teasing, or
Uh,
just maybe it started with some fun and landed up somewhere else?
no, I have never been a part of that, ma'am. Like
Okay,
till this day, I don't know if my friends have been though. I don't even know that. So
okay. Good. Dhruv is out of everything. That's very nice, Dhruv. Dhruv, that's very good, sensible answer, and it completely portrays your values and the way you have been raised up at your
thank you, ma'am.
family. And the credit goes to your mom and dad.
Thank you,
Right?
absolutely.
Yeah, very good. That speaks a lot about you. And now, Dhruv, have you amongst teenagers? There's a tendency that we try to sometime or the other, like in the face of our lives, we develop inferiority complex.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes.
Yeah, like you have the best of it, you have different people coming from different kinds of backgrounds. Like some of them might come in the best of bikes, some of them will come in the best of cars and try to show off and try to discuss about it often, and have the best of watch and best of cell phones. So during when all these discussions are happening, how do you feel? Like, do you think that you should also have it? Do you develop that inferiority complex, or you're okay with it?
That point, I just stay silent, mom. I don't do anything else. I just take in their this thing, whatever they throw at me, and then I'll just be silent because I don't care. Because what I want to be is like I want to be financially independent, mom. That is my ultimate goal in life.
Yeah.
To this day, like whatever they've done, they're most likely to have done it by their parents. One, my thing is like I want to be the person who like pays for whatever I do, mom. Like so, my goal is ultimately to become financially independent. So
No,
I
do
don't.
you get attracted towards all these things and complex? Do you get feel any
No.
different complex? Do you get an
No, I
inferiority
try to
complex?
be as frugal as possible, if you can use that word here. So like I am not attracted to these like complexes, like these things, like especially with these people selling cars. Like what they don't understand is like owning a car, especially a gas car nowadays, it can be a huge pain.
Yeah.
Not only because of the rate of depreciation that they undergo, then
Yes.
after that the taxes and the insurance that they have to pay. So like owning a gas car, especially nowadays, and the rising prices also. So
Yes.
those can especially like render it a little bit disadvantage than a normal like an electric car that's coming up in the markets nowadays.
Good. So, like, and you don't trouble your parents for all this high funda things.
No, 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 absolutely not.
I should ask your parents.
Yes.
Does Drew trouble you for all this thing? For everything you are saying, no, 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 no. I need to ask, are your parents watching the show?
I have no idea, ma'am. They're downstairs and I'm upstairs, so I have
Okay,
no idea
okay,
what they're doing.
okay, 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 fine, fine. Good. Now you have very well answered all the critical questions. Now we go to the fast forward round. Now, what is your take about marriage? Arranged marriage better or love marriage better?
Like, I honestly don't understand the point in love and infatuation, ma'am. I
Okay.
honestly think that is the most stupid thing that's ever that human beings can follow, because
Why do you think it's so stupid?
Like it is so stupid. Like if you see the probability rates of like it's going through, mom, it's very very
Yeah.
extremely low. And then
Mm,
like there are going to be lots of troubles coming to you. So I
mm.
absolutely don't believe it, and I never want to follow it in my life, mom.
Okay, arranged marriage is better. You prefer
Yes,
arranged marriage.
like not necessarily arranged marriage, it's like the mix between the two.
Okay, okay. And what age do you think is the right age to marry?
Like I want to be married when I am financially independent, mom, when I
Ah,
can provide. So
okay,
I think that is the right age. Like you might reach that at let's say 30, 32 at that point.
okay. Good. Very nice. So we will wait till then. 30? That's too far, yeah. Dhruv?
That's when like you can really your career really starts to move. So that
Yes. Yeah, yeah. You'll be financially comfortable also by then.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, you'll be able to shoulder responsibility of a family. Until then, you can take care of your parents too. Yes,
Yes,
that's
that's
something
exactly what
really
I want.
nice. Yeah. Nowadays, girls, like modern girls that we call, like whenever they come with this marriage proposals and all those things, they always their first demand is like we should be separate along, like somewhere in a city, like, and not, we don't want parents, let parents stay separately and you and me separate. So what will you do then?
Well, I have no, I like as I said, I'm not interested in that, so I'll
uh,
probably stay here, back here. But
uh,
then, what my interesting, my goal is like, my goal is to go work abroad, ma'am. Like, that's what I want to do, ma'am.
oh,
So like yeah, in that sense, I want to do my UG also abroad, ma'am. So like I
okay.
get the international experience, and so that I could work abroad.
Oh, okay. So you're planning your next step is abroad, just fly
Yes,
off.
I've been looking at colleges. I've been
So
out.
you're not going to contribute anything towards our country?
Like the problem with India now is like the employment rates are not only that are down,
Yeah, yes, yes, I
and
agree.
then the like if you compare it with like other development countries, the salaries are extremely low. But
Yeah.
people might say that they have the higher cost of living are there, and then all the other expenses come. But when you really get to the nitty-gritty of it, it's actually India is so cheap also, but then the salary is low. So you can't make a good progression towards your career if you really want to go big, unless
Yeah.
you're very lucky.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Good. Now, hard work and smart work. Which one you prefer?
Smart work, smart work.
Why? What's the difference you think
Like
between hard work and
working
smart work?
24 hours on a problem is not important, ma'am. It's like
Huh.
working smartly for 1 or 2 hours. That's what makes the difference, ma'am.
Yes,
Like
yes.
working hard, like it might like you might get to the goal, but then working smarter is the better option of these two, ma'am. Because like it like saves you time. It might even save you money in the future by just working smart.
Yes, great. So you believe in smart work?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely good. And I think so all teenagers should now to adapt. It's become
Yes,
a very important skill now. Smart work has
smart
become
work.
an important skill, right?
Yes.
And what qualities do you think makes a human being successful?
Qualities. Like for me, I like for me as I think as all most of the employers would also think, ma'am, like to make them employable. Like not only does a degree matter, but the skills that you have also matter. Like
Yes.
life skills, like extracurriculars, all that stuff. That
Hmm.
is what really makes the change, because like everybody would have gone and done something here, studied at
Yes,
Harvard
yes,
and
yes.
here.
Huh.
And then the thing that really separates you from those people is like what you did in your spare time, like community service, etc., etc. Like you started a company at the age of 12. That's what really separates the men from
Hmm.
the kids.
You're right. And do you think today's education system supports skills?
Uh, I am part of the CBSE curriculum, so I don't know
Yeah.
much about the IBCSE and state boards, ma'am.
Yes.
But yes, I feel, but then there could be more can be done. There's still a higher focus on academics, ma'am. But
Hmm.
then there could be an increased focus for these extracurriculars, ma'am.
Yes. How many years you are in Chandrakanti?
11 years. I've been there
11
from day
years.
one. Yes,
Oh, 11 years in
yes.
Chandrakandi. Oh, wow, great. That's, it's portrayed in you, your personality. It speaks a lot about the school also. So, what do you think is the percentage of, like, suppose you take up a personality and the success of the personality, what is the percentage contribution from the school, from parents, and from society?
The school definitely plays an important thing, ma'am. That's like you can't argue that.
Yeah.
Like the school and the parents together will play the major role, ma'am. And then school and parents, I would say, make up 50% of that man, and then society, the remaining of society will make the rest of the 50% of the man.
Yeah. And friends, how important are friends
Friends are very important,
in
ma'am. Like
building your personality?
yes, like I don't prefer to have like a lot of great friends. I just want two really good friends. That's how I have always been through. Like I have lots of friends, but then I have few great friends also, ma'am.
Okay, good. So, how do they help you in building up your personality?
Like yes, my views are certainly different from any other teenager, ma'am. Like so they show me the things that I'm missing out, like on the the celebrity side, all those things. Like this Sushant Singh Rajput case, I had no clue what that was, and then like they were the ones who introduced me to it. So like it's good having friends who have the diverse and the sexual knowledge.
Yes, yes, that's true. You're following up that case?
Now not necessarily, ma'am, because
Not necessarily. Yeah,
that
there's
is
too
not
much of junk into it. Too
yes,
much
ma'am.
of junk and too much. It's very complicated.
Yes, exactly, ma'am. And then nobody knows what happened.
Yes,
And it
yes.
will probably approximately 2 to 3 years before anybody finds what actually happened.
Yes, yes, yes. And now, what is your opinion about this Hathras? No, I'm sure you know this case of this rape case that
Yes,
took
ma'am.
in
Yes.
Hathras.
Sure.
Yeah. So, what? Why do you? We hear often. I think so. Every month, something great, a big incident like this happens. So why? Where? Where is that real gap that is there? In the training of the boys to respect women and to treat women equally. Where does that gap lie?
I don't think there's a gap, ma'am. I think there are two kinds of people.
Yeah.
People who are like really into that stuff and people who respect what they are. That's what I feel the divide between men is, because like people like me, I can't even stand that what people are doing nowadays, and especially like now they're like in that case itself, ma'am. Now the attorney general and the, like I don't know who said this, but then he said that she wasn't raped, ma'am.
Pardon me?
So
I
uh,
can't.
they told me that she wasn't raped. I mean, that's what is in the newspaper now. So
Yeah.
that she wasn't raped and that she was beaten up by high-profile men in the society. That's what I think. Like, you really don't know what happened, ma'am.
Yeah, that's what it has
That
to. This education, it's not only schools. I think it's family, it's like atmosphere, it's neighborhood. I think all these things matter a lot, right?
yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes, yes, that's true. Like your next question, Dhruv, is how is Dhruv different from other boys?
I would say that I'm frugal with what I do, mom.
Okay.
Then I would say that like they don't share the same like financial like their interest in finance and all that stuff. Like I'm interested in, mom.
Yes, yes. I'm hearing for the first time. Like, of course, so many. I interviewed so many people, but so many teenagers. Amongst them, I think you are the first one to get into this finance sector.
That is because the people like they're not really like they don't know what's finance yet, ma'am. Like
Okay.
that is something that the schools really need to improve on, ma'am. And
Yeah.
like we need to increase the financial literacy rate of youth, especially in India, ma'am. I feel that's
Yeah.
very low to what they are.
Yeah. That's good. That's nice. And if you have to describe your family in 5 words, what that would be?
5 words.
Yeah.
I can't even think of one word now, but let me just go with whatever I can tell.
Yeah.
So 5 words, they're caring obviously. Like every
Yeah.
like parents is caring.
Yeah. Caring fam. Okay, caring.
And sometimes they can get annoying also. And like I know I'm also annoying, but then they can also get annoying. That's the honest truth. There's no doing away with
So
it.
that's a part and parcel of
Yes,
every
it's
family.
always cats and dogs between the
No,
family.
it can't 24 hours. You can't be happy
Yes,
family.
exactly. There's going to be moments where you break it down. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Next.
Then I would say like they are very supportive,
Huh.
and my family especially I would say is very conservative, ma'am.
Okay. Ha ha ha.
That is something that I completely stand against.
Ha.
I'm the kind of liberal guy who wants to be my own self. So
Okay. Okay.
that is one aspect of my family, and
Hmm.
then my family I would say is very supportive.
Yeah, okay.
To
That's
conversation,
nice.
really
Yeah.
supportive.
Now, conservative, like that's the way we are born, especially South. When
Yes,
we
ma'am.
say,
That's
like,
what I found in
yeah,
almost every family in the south, ma'am. They're all very, very conservative.
very conservative South. Yeah, even I was born and brought up in Mumbai, and from Mumbai, when I came down here to South, especially to Tirupur, when I came out, the scenario was entirely different.
Different from
Like,
yes, ma'am. It's very, very
yes,
conservative out here.
yeah, very conservative, very difficult. Be it your dressing, be it your the way
Yes,
you
yes,
walk,
exactly.
the way you talk. They calculate you for every action of yours.
Yes, ma'am. They were like this before this, ma'am. They were like they do this, do that, and then I was like I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be who I am, and I'm going to come on the show.
That's true. That's true. That's nice. And this show is also, we are trying to bring the positive side of teenagers. I'll tell you exactly what happens when we say teenagers. All adults have got a very what do you say, one kind of perspective about them. They think that all teenagers nowadays are like this. They put them under one bracket.
Exactly, ma'am. I felt that with my own family sometimes, ma'am. Like
Huh, they put all teenagers under one bracket. All teenagers are like this. Today's
yes,
teenagers are not listening. Today teenage, but all the ones that I interviewed and I was speaking to, I could see the other side of the teenager. No, their values, their
yes,
culture, their behavior, it was very different. And each one was giving such sensible answers, practical children. Like, I was very amazed and very happy.
yes. I
In
too,
fact,
ma'am.
yeah, I
I've
started
seen some
feeling
of them.
better. Yeah, yeah. You watched some shows?
Yes, ma'am. I watched some of them and they were like really, really good, ma'am.
Yes,
Like
yes.
that aspect, like they've shown me different views now. Like so
Yes.
that I can explore. Like my ultimate goal is to explore a lot of views that can be done. Yes,
Yeah.
so this brings in like that. This absolutely puts that into perspective.
Yeah, that's very good, Dhruv. We have to learn from each other. At this age, if you have this mindset, Dhruv, of learning from others, like, this is something valid and very nice point that you put across. This age, if you have a mindset of understanding others and learning something from others, you will go a long way, Dhruv.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I absolutely believe that. Each
Yeah,
one is good at their own thing, and like they are very different. Their views might be different, ma'am. So
yes.
yeah.
That's very nice. And now that if you are going, if we make Dhruv the finance minister of India, right, at this time when the economy is really crashing. So, Dhruv, how will you uplift the economy of our country?
The economy, ma'am.
Ah,
Like first, what I would do is like improve the rates of financial literacy in India, ma'am. I think if you do that, that's like the youngsters would get like more into this finance, and then they know their savings, ma'am. Like
ah,
nowadays, people don't save; they don't budget for what they do, ma'am. And
ah,
budgeting is absolutely an integral part. Like no matter how much money you make, if you can't budget what you do and know where you spend it on and exactly what you spend it on, you won't make money while you sleep, ma'am. And I like to quote one of my favorite quotes, ma'am, and this is from Warren Buffett, the famous investor,
yeah.
ma'am. Like if you can't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work till you die, ma'am.
Oh, beautiful. That's true. Right. So, how will you? What else will you add on to it? Now, right now, if the
Like the
situation is that,
economy is crumbling, ma'am. We might face in a situation of inflation also, ma'am, now.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then, so the first steps we would do is like, I really don't know what we would do, ma'am, because like I'm not so in like well versed in all these
yeah,
macroeconomics.
yes, yes,
Microeconomics I'm fairly good, but then macroeconomics like
yeah,
I would say the first thing that I would do, mom, is like uh, the GST, now the central government is not providing this to the state governments, the
Yeah,
GST revenue, ma'am.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that the states have taken big hit because of that, ma'am. Their revenue is not adequate now, ma'am. So
yeah.
like the main aim, and they're asking the states to borrow, ma'am. So already they have borrowed, ma'am. And then
Yes,
like to increase the load on that, that will be very hefty, ma'am. So
good.
what the government should do is they should borrow from the RBI, and then that's what I feel should be done.
Wow, beautiful, Dhruv. That's a nice point, valid point.
Yes, thank you.
That's great. Dhruv, how much do you think a middle class family? This is, I'm adding an extra question as you're more sensible and you're into finance and all those things. A middle class family earning, just I'm talking about lower middle class family and just one source of income, earning around 40, 50,000. What do you think
Per
should
month, ma'am.
finance? What do you think should be the average saving of that person?
Like what if I grow up, ma'am, what I would do, and this is what all whoever I would advise, ma'am.
Yeah.
Like there's something called the 50-30-20 rule, ma'am, which is basically
What's that rule? I'm
the
not.
50-30-20 rule, ma'am.
50, 30, 20. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So
Okay.
basically what that is 50% you use it for your necessities, ma'am,
Okay.
and then 30% you can use it for your savings, ma'am,
30% savings
and then 20% for your wants, ma'am.
for your wants.
That
Okay.
is the rule that they want, ma'am. But what I want to follow is like I want to save 80% of what I make and 20% the needs and the wants to come inside that. That's what I want to save so much money, ma'am. Because
Yeah.
especially
So
when I
you,
reach retirement, I
I,
want to come.
yes. And I think so here people should learn to differentiate the difference between a need and a want.
Yes, exactly, ma'am. Now people don't know what I need and now what I want is, ma'am.
What? No, no.
Basically,
I think now this pandemic has taught everyone what
yes,
is a
yes,
need and what is a want.
yes, ma'am. So now I'm doing in like a project of mine, ma'am.
Okay.
Basically economics to understand consumer rationality, ma'am.
Wow, beautiful. Huh.
So under that, like what I've studied, like read some research papers and all, ma'am. Like
Hmm.
so, what this pandemic has given the time for them to reflect on their past purchases, ma'am,
Yes.
so that they can see what they could have done, like not purchased, and what they could have actually bought, ma'am. So that is something that I've learned from my research.
Yes, okay, great, Dhruv. It like you have literally enlightened, I think, our viewers and enlightened me too. Okay, so even we will try to save on this aspect and learn more, create interest in finance. I think so. This should be made an important topic. It should be a must
Yes,
topic.
ma'am, absolutely, ma'am. I
The must
100% agree.
topic for eight, not that it's only for college level or something.
Yes, ma'am.
Seventh, eighth, ninth, tenth onwards, little bit of financing, little bit of
Yes,
budgeting should
at
be
least as a
taught.
skill subject, ma'am. Like computer sciences for the 8th and 9th and 10th.
Hmm.
Finance could be a huge part, ma'am. So, like
Yeah,
especially finance, it can help them grow their financial literacy, ma'am. So, that's
yeah, right.
absolutely a step the education ministry has to take into account, ma'am.
Yes, you should take this seriously, Dhruva, and try to make a little bit of frame out a curriculum also, little bit based on seventh, eighth, ninth. How can we take up? You try to come out with some kind of strategy for this.
Yes, ma'am. But then I highly doubt that it'll make it into daylight, ma'am.
It will, it will, it will. Well, we should try it out. Everything is
Yes.
possible. And now, Dhruv, what's your message for all the teenagers those who are watching the show?
My message, like, basically is what I always stand for, ma'am. It's financial literacy, ma'am. I want each and every teenager to be financially literate, ma'am. And now, especially in India, the financial literacy rates are so low, ma'am. Like, people don't know what to do with their money if they get it, ma'am. So,
Yeah,
my thing would be to save until you make enough money. And then, like, there are lots of ways financial literacy can work, ma'am. For example, you have taken a loan, ma'am, a high interest loan. So, instead of paying it off in full, ma'am, what you can do is, like, you can take that money and invest it, ma'am, like for
yeah,
example in the stock market or in mutual funds, which is basically part of the stock market, ma'am. Or you can basically put it into a fixed deposit, and especially like if you're given a huge sum of money, like say that 1 crore rupees, ma'am, like
yeah,
you're going to be taxed on it. You're not going to get the full amount. So
mm,
let's say the percentage you get taxed is 35%. Take that and put it into a fixed deposit for a year, and then when
yeah.
it's out to like to pay the taxes, ma'am, like you have extra money sitting in the bank account, ma'am.
Great. That's very nice, Dhruv. Dhruv, I think even one more point I would like to add here is every person should like to should learn to get multi resources.
Yes, absolutely.
Earning multi-resource. It shouldn't be one
One,
source.
your income should, your cash flow should not be just one source, ma'am. Like you
Huh.
can get errands here and there, ma'am. That's to
Yes.
increase the number of cash flows you get. That's exactly what I was trying to prove, ma'am.
Yes, absolutely. That was a valid, very nice point. This one, Dhruva. Dhruv, your message to adult like us. What's your message to the?
Like I have absolutely no position to give advice to any adults, considering my age.
No, you can not to parents all over. It's
Yes, parents, I could like just tell them to like manage. Like if I were a parent now, and like I would if I gave my kid an allowance, I would take 50% of it, because that's just how the world works. Fifty
yeah.
percent goes off in taxes, so then you're not going to get that money. You just have 50% of what you make. That's what I plan to do.
Yes. Intelligent answer, Dhruv. You are in all your answers. You proved that you are capable of being a finance minister of India.
I don't know about that, but yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dhruv. It was really nice talking to you and interacting with you, knowing your mind, your heart, and how sensible you are. I'm so proud of you, Dhruv.
Thank you, ma'am.
You all are the gems of our country, and you are saying you want to leave India. I feel very sad for that.
Like I might come back, ma'am, but then like I want to like I can do that in India, but it's just going to be a harder road, ma'am. That's
Yes, yes, yes. I know that, but we are going to miss all the whomever I talk to say want to go abroad, want to go abroad.
yes,
So I
exactly.
say,
That is the
if
current
we,
trend, ma'am.
yeah, we are going to miss all the real. You all are the real gems and the pillars of our nation, and you all are going to build other nations.
Yes, ma'am.
So you should contribute whatever it is whenever possible. So try as much as you can to contribute something to our nation.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, Dhruv.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you, viewers, for being with us. And have a good evening. Stay positive and stay happy. Thank you, Dhruv. Thank you so much for being on our show.
I have to thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving me this amazing opportunity to go out to this audience to speak my mind.
Mm.
Thank you, ma'am.
God bless you, Dhruv, and do well in life and stay in touch.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Dhruv.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.